am speaking on this matter here about the incident that happened in Northwest Indiana within this week here that came through the Twitter feed about a woman. She was very early pregnant. I don't even think it was suit to even announce that she was pregnant, but her boyfriend or the children's father, not sure, it is being reported that a gun, Glock, whatever you want to call it, was left in the car, obviously at access to the child. That the child got a hold of it and shot the mother. There was a 1-year-old in the car also. And I'm doing a video due to y'all see me like flossing, doing some improper flossing, but I will get a proper floss and do that. And be making these things 10 down, be making me a good dental appointment. I gotta get perfection dentist. I don't need nobody comment or poverty. Because life don't forgive, okay? You know it don't forgive, okay? Watch C-SPAN. So she been shot. She's in critical condition. She was shot in the shoulder or the neck. Not exactly sure. You can watch the video down below. I do encourage you all that are watching this video, journalists, parents, I definitely encourage you to download or order the print copy of the mystery composition that I, yours truly, okay, I'm a contributor and supporter of, okay? So Puzzle Rides, definitely download or order the print copy. And I want to speak on, I'm not speaking to critique as a route to charge him, okay, for what I am going to say. The children are unfortunately in child services. Unfortunately, it costs a lot of money. It is a hassle to get them back. Very rare they're going to get there and they make, cut the cost or whatever like that. It is a lot of energy, even if you don't spend a lot of money, okay? It takes a lot of time, okay? Things you could only do between the hours of 8 to 4. You get what I'm saying? And you need to be working or sleeping during that time, okay? Even if you're working a night shift, who want to get off from work and you got to always deal with court and stuff like that. She in the hospital, whether other family or you got to be about perfect. You about gonna have to be the Senate, okay? You get there and be a nurse or social worker, and I have seen situations where it be hard for them to even get their loved ones out of situations. Say if they're a state or two over, I mean, they may be in the same city or whatever like that, and it be hard sometimes for them to get their own family members. Come back here and go sit down. So I want to speak this situation. I'm going to say this from, I did another video where I was speaking about, Lala Anthony possibly encountering, with the matter. You have to go back and look at the Lala Anthony video. I'm sure it ain't hard to find if you put Lala Anthony, SOT, BP conference of the reading estimate I did. And I did a lot, there's so many reading estimates I did, especially on other aqua signs. Like, dang, I'll be having a tattoo, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they come into to roll for myself. Like, dang. So I was gonna say, and then came across a lazy Earth or Taurus sign. Okay, let's just say lazy Taurus. Regardless of whether they're lazy Capricorn, Taurus, it is that's straight up dealing with the devil. Okay. I'm just gonna say things about just a summary of life of the Common Core folks. Get salty about it. A lot of ways, just, and then people like to reply, oh, well, you want to do stuff your way. What's the proper way? And I saw a job description as I've been looking through various jobs and stuff so forth like that. I'm always doing it anyway. I'm sure you could tell if you look through the Twitter page, whatever like that, the engagement, so forth. Say the Black parent does. And I seen some of the stuff and it just reminds me of some folks, not a stretch of folks. And their common engagement, I was like, well, dang, I believe you all are really going on a job carrying these habits that you have in the street. You know, some people, they do their ways outside. Like some people, they ain't gonna wash their hands out with regular folks, so they just, but when they get on a job, they perfectly do stuff perfect. It's a, okay, well, I'm getting paid. Oh, these are such and such type of folks. And children these days are not as, you know, there was stuff left out. Places I went growing up, you just better not goddamn touch it. That's all to it. Don't move. Don't touch it. Don't move. And these children these days, they're allowed to be very free, and that's they're allowed, you know, besides, you know, add the vaccines, the prenatal care, oh gosh, communism that's going on, unserving communism, capitalism, whatever you want to call it. You get an idea what I'm talking about. That is not serving for the well good. You basically need to be raising your children from birth as at any moment that they can be a possible orphan. And you can't have no dense, dumb, needy child. That's just the fact of it. It don't sound nice, but it's the truth. When your children in foster care, your children are out there. They want the child that is most independent and they can easiest work up. That's the child that's going to get picked up and kept the longest. And most likely have someone come forward and fight harder to adopt them, especially if that child brings them a joy to, hey, this child, I get up, this child inspires me to get up, and they get up, dress themselves, and when I see them doing something for themselves, I want to make sure I know if they go to somebody else, it's a chance that they may, you know, they don't want to lose that opportunity. So people more so would fight to keep that child more, you know, than they would a child that is raised these days. Oh, people like, oh, let that child, you know, children eating sweets loosely or not keeping still. These children just not having the old-fashioned mannerism as they should have. And I understand you don't want to be too strict on them, but hey, you're poor. You don't own nothing. You don't have your own land. You got to live in rental property. You got to be, if you ain't work, you got to be working 2 and 3 jobs and somebody got to watch them. You even got grandparents. It ain't like the old days. You had great aunts, grandparents, and children got hop from house to house in case whatever situation happened to where they're not caught up in the state. They got stuff set up. You know, you got 70-year-old grandparents. You may have a very small number of people that retired, but they want a vacation. They still have their husbands. They have their spouses. They're already taking care of 4 or 5 generations of family. So to add your children to it is burdensome. That's just the reality of it. You don't have like, okay, I do recall, I don't recall the people names, but I do recall being in the presence of people. They work part-time or they work temporary jobs. I was able to be with them for a little while. They still had money saved up. They was able to live comfortable. They'll work overnight, part-time, a few hours, tend to me for a little time of like that. It was very short period of time that I, you know, whatever situation happened, I was very young, but I do recall. I remember some of them were Aquarius. They was real nice, nice, clean places, but you don't even have that these days. Somebody might be able to watch your child for one day and they still risk taking their child they still take a risk of losing their job or whatever, not attending to their tests such as their health or whatever like that. This is not the 80s, okay? This is not the 70s, this is not the 60s. You know, one time you could have 20, 40 people living in a 3-5 bedroom house. Then you do that no more, okay? You can't be poor. And this is gonna all come back to the part about the gun. Like I said, I'm not saying this as part of a conviction. I'm just really hoping that, you know, from the expression of what the other people said was, you know, he couldn't believe it. And a lot of times people don't they do stuff in a Sagittarius, Aries, they do stuff so fast and not thoroughly think stuff out. When you can't be shortcutting stuff, okay? You can't. Like I said, I look at job descriptions, for example, a welding position. And they're saying that you must put stuff on properly. I'm like, well, God dang, if you went to welding school, you got your certification. That should be common sense. It ain't like, You ain't saying you hiring to do welding apprenticeship and it's how you must do it. You already asking for all these different certifications, and you gotta put over. You gotta know how to put this properly. And you gotta make sure the size meets like you up in kindergarten or something. That's how it's written in the job description. You have to be very extra careful. We all slip up. We have to multitask, and part of multitasking is things will not be perfect sometimes. But thy know for thy own self. It's no put the gun on top of the refrigerator. Put the gun in top of the closet. It ain't even no lock it up in a cabin kind of thing with what I'm saying, with the situation I'm dealing with. Okay. No. You can't have it at any presence unless you're gonna stare at that child every second. These children don't fear. They have too much Pisces, most likely, wasted up in them Pisces that's unfavorable to them. And you cannot be raising or bringing children here with this two-play mentality, uh, or this old, like I said, this old drug head mentality, airhead mentality of, oh, the children should have fun. Well, it's no fun when you're finding children shooting their siblings, children shooting themselves, shooting their parents, shooting somebody, they're being injured. And it's getting sold to the child care is expensive, okay? And that's the reason how child care people play that trick on you about, oh, let the children be bad when they two and stuff like that. Do check my video about that too. Oh, let them have their temper. Don't listen to that shit. When they are born till they are 1 year old, and I would recommend you not vaccinate them, because I know children, most of the children that I have observed through the years that aren't vaccinated are some of the most well disciplined, and it's a very small percentage of people that's disciplined unless they're in my age group. I don't think we the last vaccinated that has that, stronger conviction and discipline. Come back here, you know better than do that. Didn't I tell you sit down? Why do I hear that noise? Come back here and sit down. You're going to hear me chastising. See, that's what I'm talking about. So now I'm supposed to get there. Get there and sweep that up. Sit down and don't move. See, you got to do shit. See, that was the rule for us. Children get told off for moving their arm. You look like you're trying to move your leg. Oh, gosh, you have to ask permission to go to the bathroom. Oh, gosh, I tell you, some of the crazy-ass rules we had. You have to see it from two sides. Number one, the gun just should not be there. You just don't have those kind of children today. You can leave a gun and they're going to be like, oh, I know not to touch it. And we raise our children so much in a cartoon land that we miss teaching them morals. We may tell them don't get in a car with strangers, don't eat anywhere. I don't think people even do that no more. They just let children eat freely. Washing their hands, you know what I'm saying? Even with the washing their hands, it's because it's when things get extremely headline. That's when we take notes of. But no, we got to work on prevention. Perfection of poverty. I do encourage you all to download or order the print copy. Do watch the other videos on this channel. These children have to be raised old fashioned. The way that you can show them love, okay, you taking them to Busch Gardens, taking them out to family night. That's the way they can have fun, but they have to do it responsibly. You have to do it responsibly. You can't get there and be having fun and be careless in life. And so, the child, this is going to really mark her for life. I mean, it's nothing you can't charge a child because a child is not at a responsible, aware. These children are raised too much in cartoons, and they're not raised with maturity from an infant. The same way they saw about a child talking at 1 and 2 years old. I think they want to talk about 18 months or something like that. Yeah. They have to be taught. What are you talking about if you're not being educated? Talk. Same way these children need to be disciplined from a womb. Train a child up in the way they shall go. And at the same time, you can't carelessly leave guns like that out. Because what if that gun, nobody would have touched that gun? And that gun, due to, sometimes the engines get there and trigger stuff off, and it just blew up on its own. You have to think about that. So at the same time, while you trying to think you're protecting your family, yourself, and his license and stuff like that, you still putting him in harm's way. I'm sure more you get what I'm saying. Do contact back. Review the other videos on this channel if you have children. Matter of fact, even if you don't have children, don't wait till you get children trying to learn everything, because 9 months you ain't gonna learn anything. I tried to learn everything from a child. I tried. It went a long time before having children, and still you don't have it all. And like I said, like Monique said about that independent woman stuff, let me tell you something. Do not listen to these women here because they were setting you up, whatever this whole little thing about poverty. I'm telling you, download or order the print copy where I am a contributor and supporter. Puzzle Rides. Don't let nobody, independent woman. Okay, if you go have another baby, somebody got to watch that other child. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to always, you know what I'm saying? You're burdening. Always think when you have somebody watching your child, you're burdening their time. You are. They could be at the cookie, at the sewing class. They could be at the cookie workshop. They could be out of town cruising on a tour somewhere, but they're sacrificing. Like I say, watch my videos about time out for having children until we get ourselves together. We need to it needs to be some muzzle going on some people's stuff, okay? I'm so serious. And especially with the high rate of these guys that don't want to pay child support, fussing about paying $100, $300, $500. You ain't even covering food. You ain't covering child care. Because, okay, when the government stop paying for that child care, or they decide, hey, the EBT machines cut down and stuff like that, that child still got to eat, and you still got to go to work. Or go look for a job, regardless, is a government shutdown or whatever like that. If you ain't learned nothing else, if you are paying under $1,500, I'ma say $2,500. I'ma say if you got a handicapped child, if you paying under $4,000, you need to shut up and go get you 3, 4 more jobs, okay? Because you need to work all day, every day, especially when child care does not stop you from going to work, getting off from work. If it doesn't stop you from doing that, you need to work 4, 5 jobs, and you don't need to fuss about it. You need to pay. You need to take 1.5 checks and automatically send it to the child. Ain't no fraction. Before you even pay the pastor, the children need their money, okay? I'm talking all over the place, and I have to talk all over the place because I'm just relating to the whole matter that has unfortunately happened. And I want y'all to get it together. I don't know whether this is a beige, Hispanic, or whatever couple. I don't know. But I'm just saying, just you know what I'm saying, so it don't come travel, you know what I'm saying, whether it's in our community, outside our community, into the beige community. Okay, we got to get us, okay? TTYL.